in my head.
Otherwise known as a memory.
Photographic memory.
Just before I died, all these screenshots flashed before my eyes.
This is The Woody Show.
What about the trending news headlines on this Wednesday morning, Gina Grad?
Well, Norm has left the bar. George Wendt, the actor who played Norm on Cheers, has passed away. He died peacefully in his sleep at home. He was 76. He played Norm for all 11 seasons of Cheers, and the role basically made him a legend and guaranteed him free beers for life. He once said, "Whenever I go out, people are always sending over a round."
Yeah.
Lucky.
He was nominated for 6 Emmys. Was also part of the legendary SNL bit Superfan, the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears, the Bulls. Fun fact, he was also Jason Sudeikis' uncle. His Cheers co-stars are mourning him. Ted Danson, Kelsey Grammer, Rhea Perlman, all calling him humble and kind and hilarious.
Yeah, Cheers is that show that reminds me of probably being like 8 or 9 years old, and I'd be in bed, and I could hear outside in the living room my mom and my stepdad watching that show.
Nice.
And laughing. That's what it reminds me of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, when I was a kid, they would put it on for us when we would go to sleep. Like kids, the parents were up and they were putting all of us to bed, and they'd turn on, I think it was probably Nick at Night by then, but they'd turn on Cheers and we'd fall asleep to it. I love Cheers. I still watch it.
Great theme song.
This is when it was still airing, like the original episodes. Mm-hmm. And you had to watch TV, guys. On the night and the time.
It happened?
That had happened, yeah. It wasn't like you can just, man, when it came on, you had, all right, hey, guys, Cheers on.
Yes.
It's a great theme song.
The best.
What a vibe.
Making your way in the world today
what a vibe.
Takes everything you've got.
Come on, Seabass, come on.
So
Taking
vibey
a
is what
break
it is.
from all
Vibey.
your worries
Yeah.
sure
Preach
would
fan.
help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get
I was never a Cheers fan.
No, you're a Cheers hater.
Yeah.
Too young.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You want to be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You want to be where everybody knows your name.
Also, back when TV shows had real theme songs.
Oh, yeah.
That were more than 2 seconds long.
The whole thing.
Yeah, now it's like, oh, look, Cheers is on.
You want to go where everybody knows your name.
And the show starts.
No,
Yeah,
that's
totally.
way too long still.
Yeah, way too long.
And Norm was in every single episode.
Oh, yeah. He had the best lines. He always had all the one-liners. And what was his wife's name that he hated? Oh, Vera.
Vera.
You never saw her.
All right.
Well, they caught another one. 5 out of 10 of those inmates who escaped from a New Orleans jail last week have been caught, including one who's only 19. But the other 5 still on the run. They also arrested a 33-year-old employee there at the Orleans Parish Justice Center for allegedly helping these guys escape. This was a maintenance worker. He's claiming he only got involved because one of the inmates threatened to hurt him if he didn't. According to the affidavit, the inmate told him to turn off the water to the cell being used for the escape because, they escape behind a toilet. The worker says he complied because he feared he would get shanked. He's been hit with a bunch of different charges, though, and if he's convicted on all counts, he could go to prison for 60 years.
He probably doesn't have access to any law enforcement to say that he's in danger, right?
Oh,
Yeah, right.
wait, everybody wait.
No one's around.
Yeah. How would he know?
Yeah, it's a maintenance job too at a prison, so you don't just give that up.
Right.
No. Kidding.
Well, President Trump just dropped a massive announcement.
What do you think?
Sorry. Breaking news.
I remember to bring my
Breaking news,
finally
Woody's
you
in a
brought
top
him-
hat.
top hat. I brought the top hat in that I wore to the Magic Castle the other night for my friend's birthday party. Hello, Governor.
You know, as top hats
hello.
go, it's not that terrible.
It's
Yeah.
very
It's like
distinguished.
Good quality. Where'd you get it?
Amazon.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice. It fits you well.
The company is Hats in the Belfry.
Okay,
wow.
fancy.
Hats in the Belfry.
I like it.
That's amazing.
Hats in the Belfry.
It's not terrible.
You could be in a Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
For sure.
You can say hear ye, hear ye.
Hello, Gaza.
For somebody who doesn't like whimsy, that top hat's really selling it.
That is
I
mad
promised I'd bring it in at
whimsical.
least once before I threw it away.
It looks
Go check
great.
the groundhog
You mean-
shadow.
Don't you dare throw that away.
Donate it to Goodwill.
Yeah.
No.
Wear it to dinner.
No, throw away.
All right. Well, let's talk about this Golden Dome. So Trump says he's building one in the U.S. That's a missile defense system, basically a supercharged version of Israel's Iron Dome.
Is it 1963?
Well, the goal is to shield America from foreign threats like missiles and drones, even space-based weapons. This little project would cost $175 billion.
We spend money on dumber stuff. I don't know
I
a ton, But Israel's got
the
something-
Iron
and
Dome is
I
incredible.
remember hearing a lot about that since this whole thing fired up, since the attack and whole battle with Hamas and their lob and stuff. Like, from what I understand, I feel really ridiculous having this conversation with this stupid top
Hard
hat
to
on.
take you seriously.
But it works pretty well from my understanding.
Incredibly.
And if we're
well.
always worried about, oh my God, well, what if North Korea fires off a nuke? Or would you have to worry about that if you
Not
have
really.
a gold dome or an iron dome, whatever
and
Israel's got?
we've always relied on our placement. You know, we're just not near a bunch of countries that hate
Right.
us.
I don't
but
know
now
that we
there's
are always worried.
Yeah.
But now there's technology.
Right.
Yeah.
And
so
better rockets. And
Can someone
Farther.
explain to me how that works exactly?
I have looked it up 1,000 times. It's basically
It's
an
able to
interceptor.
react.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really a dome.
Oh,
It's just
I
called a
gotcha.
dome.
Yeah. Because I was like, that's not possible. It doesn't feel like
It's not a
called
biodome.
dome. And
Yeah,
I
it's
couldn't.
how will people get to Japan?
It's like the Truman Show.
Don't they hit their heads?
Wait, but we need sunlight.
At what altitude is that?
God.
Well, the goal,
Big scaffolding.
the goal is to
Nice.
The goal is
wow.
to fully have it fully operational by the end of 2028, which seems
That
soon.
would be great. Now, if no matter what political side you're on, just Google hypersonic missiles and just learn about them. And if you learn about them, you'll be like totally for this.
The Golden Dome.
But don't we
Dome
already
thing.
have anti-ballistic missiles? I'm sure
not,
we do.
not something that could like shoot
Not
down
golden.
that could shoot down like a hypersonic.
Well, and just to
missile.
give you an idea of what we're
I don't know
talking
about
about, like with the dome in Israel, very effective. It's got a 90% success rate in real
there
world
you go.
combat. And military officials say it's a must have. Like you said, hypersonic missiles, cruise missiles, space-based missiles.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we put cameras up at our houses thinking that's going to deter anybody.
Exactly. Just film the robbery.
Yeah, if you heard us, we'll see you. Well, key witnesses took the stand and new evidence was revealed in yesterday's developments with the Diddy trial. A male escort known as the Punisher.
Nice.
Gross.
He described being paid to take part in these freak-offs allegedly arranged by Diddy, one of which involved Diddy's ex, Cassie, while Diddy reportedly watched, which we kind of heard about. And federal agents also presented weapons seized from Diddy's place in Miami, including assault rifles with defaced serial numbers and gun parts stored near lingerie and heels.
Yeah, the Punisher, by the way, not to be confused with the big black bitch splitter. He was a different. He was a different guest on the list.
Okay,
Sir, are you under Big Black or are you under Bitch Splitter? I'm trying to look at the list.
my question is, what do you need male escorts for?
With the top hat on, yes. It's whimsy.
Oh my
Have you
God!
not been paying
so
attention to
whimsical.
the trial at all?
But what do you need male escorts for? Like,
Because
they-
Diddy liked to watch
Yeah.
Cassie have sex with
Parentheses.
those
He
guys.
likes to sit in the cuck chair.
Like
right,
voyeurism.
parentheses if you're a straight man.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, court's back on this morning with expected testimony from Diddy's former assistant and possibly even rapper Kid Cudi, who at one point Cassie was messing around with, allegedly, and Diddy flipped out.
well, allegedly, Diddy blew up his car in his driveway.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Well, I mean, his car was in pieces.
Yeah, well.
somehow.
The car was definitely blown up.
Can we please talk about flag football? Because that will be one of the events at the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. And you might see your favorite NFL players take on the field. Team owners voted yesterday to allow their players to participate. The summer games will run from July 14th to July 30th, so most any player would miss some of their duties leading into the start of training camp. And as we mentioned, the NFL owners will also vote probably today on the Green Bay Packers proposal to ban pushing or pulling the ball carrier anywhere on the field, otherwise known as the tush push.
Yeah, so they did approve it. So the NFL players will be able to play in the flag football for the Olympics. Like Justin Jefferson was,
The fast ones.
yeah, he was, because it's going to be like a 5-on-5 thing.
I mean, do we like
but-
that?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, look, if you're going to have
watch it.
something as stupid and campy as flag football in the Olympics,
Yeah.
whatever.
Break
Let-
dancing.
Go crazy.
Break dancing.
Exactly.
Yeah, who
But I
cares? Let
heard
'em
like
play.
player association people already saying that, like, no way, they're not going to do it because it's right before the season. and
Justin Jefferson wants to play. Like, he wants to go to the
understand.
Olympics. He wants to
Wants
get a
to rep
medal.
America.
I understand
Okay.
he
Yeah, he wants
wants
a
to
chance
play.
to compete. So I think if something the players want, the individual players themselves, if they want, the owners wouldn't want that because of the reasons you just mentioned, because it's so close to the season. The owners wouldn't
Injuries,
want that.
yeah.
But if you're Justin Jefferson,
Yeah, if you're already made.
But isn't it
Yeah.
in most people's contract, like no outside activities?
Sometimes.
when we
That's why they had to vote
gear
on
up.
it.
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes, which is why there was this whole thing about it. But
Right.
they'll be able to do it. Look, if the NBA players can play for dream teams.
Right, exactly.
And, I mean, I
Bring
don't
home the
see how they're
gold.
going to keep people from doing this.
Well, that's what's going on, Woody.
All right, thank you very much, Gina Grad.
Got it.
Top of the morning to you.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Give me the hat to you, lady.
You.
All right, more Woody shows next. Hang on.
The Woody Show returns right after these messages. Alt 98.7, LA's new alternative.
Your Southern California Toyota dealers, they're the founding partner of The Woody Show. You can find them online at Toyota.com. On social media at Toyota SoCal. Just looking around there, I mean, the history with me at Toyota. I started